Hello, welcome back to Divinity Gems. My Virgos. New moon today in Virgo. Ought to be some good energy for you guys. I think Mercury is around for you. There is a grand Earth trine on top of this new moon being you guys' new moon. So it's time to put in your new endeavors, new ventures. Whatever new you ready to get started, put it out there now on this new moon in Virgo and see what comes your way. This is the time to set your intent, though, on this new moon for you guys, especially for the Virgos. Set your new moon intent. Put it out there. What you want to bring into your life next. What would you like to accomplish on this new moon by the full moon? It's kind of good to set that up. Put it out there, believe in it, takes actions towards it, and this is how you are now creating and becoming the creator. All right, let's use Vision Quest Tarot. I've been using this for my earth signs today. Nine card spread. Ooh, bottom of the deck. It's 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Earth type of energy is wealth coming to you. That's always wonderful. Those are the coins coming your way. So something positive financially. Wealth is not always financial material. Sometimes it's inward work. Got to consider that wealthy too. Somewhere where you grow. So any area of growth, anything that gets added to you is considered wealth as well. All right. We have the Mother of Fire, Queen of Wands. She would be. This is handling your business right here. This is knowing how to do stuff, having the know-how in it. Feeling in that zone of I'll make it happen. I can do it on my own, making it work. Got other people watching you while you are inspiring other people as you handle your business. So that is a great, great card coming out with this wealth card early. Those two right there, let me know you're handling business this week, Virgo. When it comes to your money, when it comes to your coins, I see. Fulfillment's on the table. You are feeling pretty good about anything that you felt held back from before. Anything that you felt like you couldn't have before, that you were tired of watching others have and you couldn't have, or you felt like you were waiting on and everybody else was able to go towards it, but you had to wait. Yours weren't coming together right then and there for you. It's about to take place. It's about to happen. The action behind it is all you, though. It's all you. That's work. That's work as the Mother of Fire. You're the worker. You're the one that took the action. You're the one that had the know-how. You're the one that made it happen. You went after your goal. You went after your wish. You went after your dream. And now it's about to return you everything you wanted. Everything you wanted. You're in a good place, Virgo. Very balanced. Very balanced. And I feel like just no longer feeling that way of I can't have. So right now, that's top row. Second row, we've got 4 of water, 4 of cups, 10 of air, 10 of swords, which is negative thinking, 9 of air, and this deck is hurt, 9 of swords. So there's a release of the negative thinking, the emotional. Okay, so there was an emotional release done for you, Virgo. There was you dealing with some feelings that you didn't deal with before. You going where you didn't want to go before, which was about your emotions. And I feel like you did have some sort of emotional release where it also helped you deal with a whole lot of negative feelings from your past and a whole lot of anxiety and hurt feelings in your head, mental restrictions, feeling stuck mentally, or just being in your head as, Mercury can make you do. I feel like there was a release of that. So that was a an outpour of those type of things that you didn't deal with before. You went back and you dealt with them, I feel like, on some sort of level. On some sort of level. Yeah, there's the star. There's the star. You did a lot of healing and raised yourself in some ways, Virgo. You raised yourself in some ways. With the star card out, this was divine. This was divine. So you did a lot of possibly praying, possibly soul searching to get you back in touch with who you are as a person, your connection to spirit. You did a whole lot to spiritually awaken yourself, as I'm seeing. And there was a lot of emotions that you went and dealt with, all that stuff in your past. I feel like the negative thinking and the hurt feelings and being stuck in your head, whatever in the past that you were stuck on, like I said before up top, whichever thing in your life that you felt held back from, that you couldn't handle, that you weren't, it was holding you back in some type of way because you had to deal with those things. I feel like you emotionally have released those things and have dealt with them. Did some praying about it, did some healing about it, most definitely, with these two cards out. And then your anxiety, your fears, you are beginning to conquer them slowly, one by one. You're deciding to take on those fears and find more balance in your life. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Going in the right direction, Virgo. Going in the right direction, definitely, with this read. All right. Transformation coming to you being in this I can't have it all energy, to you rejoicing, to you toasting, to you celebrating, feeling good about life, feeling really good about life. I mean, you've got waterfalls and rainbows and money coming here, your ultimate happy. And you're making it happen as the motherfucker. You're the one that's getting it done. You're the one that's getting it done. Definitely was a whole lot of soul searching and healing going on to find this balance that you now have found. Inner strength to do what it was that you wanted, to go about things the way you wanted, to turn your life into what you wanted it to be. So you thought about everything with this Four of Air energy. You sat back and you contemplated what would make you happy in your life. You thought about it, you prayed about it, you asked for it, and you started to make actions towards it. And that's how you got to this. That's how you got to this outcome here of it turning around to bring you rejoicing, celebration type of energy now that you have had this release. That's how you got it. That's how you got there. After this release, if you haven't gotten there yet and you still like, I ain't got no coins and no wealth and it ain't happened yet for you, know that it ain't happened because you haven't had this emotional release. When you have this emotional release, it will happen. So if you have had it, the negative thinking is gone. The being stuck in your head is gone because you release those things. The anxieties, the fears are gone. You've been in contemplation mode. You've been thinking about how to get to the good stuff. And you realize that you had to go through that old stuff in the past to get to the good stuff. Release that old stuff in the past to get to the good stuff. You traded in your Three of Fire type of energy of trying to make things work and hold things together, that, trying to do things your way. You really got out of that and decided to dig deep inside, go after your inner strength and deal with some internal emotional type of things that needed to be released. Negative thinking that needed to be released. Fears that needed to be released, and hurt feelings that needed to be released. Mental, all that stuff. You decided to go ahead and analyze that stuff, deal with it. And I think after you're dealing with it, if that's not what is coming across this week because of this new moon in Virgo, dealing with those emotions this week is going to bring you balance. It's going to bring you wealth. So it could be materialistically and emotional wealth. It's going to bring you wish fulfillment, ultimate desired outcome, whatever makes you feel the most happy in your life. It's going to bring you that. It's going to transform your life into something to be rejoicing about. If you didn't have anything to rejoice about before, you're going to have something to celebrate about after this week. It's going to bring you a reason to celebrate. Possibly even Son of Water out, he thinks he's fine. So possibly even feeling fine again, feeling good looking again, feel sexy again, as the Virgos are always the sexy people of the zodiac. They are usually very attractive people of the zodiac. The Son of Water type of energy, Knight of Cups. That person that moves towards you, that person that you want to move towards you. That type of energy is there when I see him. But just going after the things you know you want. Clear insight on what you want to do with your life. Endurance. So you're ready for the long haul. You're ready for a long haul. You see clearly, Virgo, what you want, what you need, how to make it happen. You're in a really good spot this week with this new moon in Virgo. Yes, wish fulfillment on the Lovers. What? Wish fulfillment on the Lovers as well. You're putting out there who you want to choose in love as well. I knew that one. I should have known when I seen him, but he came out last by himself. So definitely about the attraction to someone or for someone that you have, who you feel is that one is looking kind of good over there, that cup there. He ready to give to somebody. He's about to go and give it to somebody as the Knight of Cups, the Son of Water in this deck. But the Knight of Cups, he would be the one that's on his way with good new romantic news is who that is. And here I see you making a wish on who you want, who you desire. Making that wish. Ooh, two aces. You're on the ball, Virgo. Got the Ace of Wands, got the Ace of Pentacles. This is the new goal, the new endeavor, having all the power behind it, having all the action behind it. It's going to be successful. It's going to work out well for you because of the energy space that you're in. You're in a really good space, Ooh, unknown milestones being reached. You're gonna reach a milestone with somebody, but they're not saying right now. It's a little unknown right now which way you're gonna go as far as who you're gonna choose, because that Lover's card is about choosing. You're gonna be choosing who you want this divinely heaven sent person to be in this picture with you, who it is that you want, and whoever it is, you guys are gonna reach a milestone eventually together. It's a little unknown. Just a little bit. That's a little down the line. But right now, I'm seeing you just in an overall really good place. Energetically, Virgo, you're in a really good place of just getting the grips on how to be responsible for making things the happy way in your life or making things a bit of a struggle in your life, and your perspective on those things. I think you're seeing how you impact these things or how you don't impact these things. So you're seeing the need to go within yourself. Definitely think you're going to get that figured out this week if you have not already emotionally healed yourself from some things. It's going to be an emotional release over this new moon. Good energy, though. Good energy. Let's get your Black Moon Astrology card. Feeling very confident for you guys this week. Hey, Saturn Truth. Back out. I got this for my Capricorn. Saturn just went direct on the 6th. It is the daddy planet that comes around and gets you right. If I remember correctly, it says it makes sure you are staying on the path. Make sure you're on your path. And if you have strayed some kind of way, Saturn comes along and asks you what you're doing and kind of reroutes you into getting back on the path. So as she has planted, so does she harvest. Such is the field of karma. Like I said, you're learning how you're responsible for making things better or making things stand still, or, you understand how sometimes we're responsible and we're not knowing that we're responsible because we're not dealing with things, or we, are not addressing things, all that kind of stuff. Saturn is the planet of the Reaper, the Lord of Karma. The rainbow planet represents what is tangible in our solid lives, all that stuff. Gives you a little background on Saturn. It says mythology, the god that ate his own children, so to speak, because he comes around and he gets them right, because the energy of this planet shows no mercy. That's what it seems like. It feels like that. He's like a hardcore daddy, but he's coming around in a loving way. It's only going to get you right out of love. It's going to put you on the path out of love. It points out what is true and cuts away what is delusional or no longer useful. So whatever you are blind to, Saturn will expose and allow you to see. Truth cuts through all the illusions, that we create in our heads when we're seeing it one way that isn't even a realistic way. Saturn comes along, and that's exactly what it does. Tears down all your little illusions. So you can't even make an excuse anymore. Like, but I was doing it because... After you finish with a Saturn lesson, you can't deny no more that you see that this is not working or is not good for you. It leaves you no way to deny it anymore. That's what Saturn is good about. Says when the Saturn card presents itself, know that you are being challenged. It is time to make it or break it. Life may seem harsh and restrictive. You are facing an enemy who may be yourself. Always, always. Saturn shows us that at times it is our better interest not to have those things we want, and that if we were to have them, they could lead to our destruction. If this is a time of sorrow or hopelessness, realize that it's all about diligence, sticking to what you believe in and adhering to your goals. This is a period in your life that emphasizes toughness and work. It's all about not giving up and following through. I agree. So you just came through a learning of emotions, I think, a learning to balance your emotions and deal with things instead of run from them or just tuck them away and not deal with them. And in doing that, you've realized how you can create. You've realized how you can accomplish more things. It also talked about being hard on yourself in this card, as Saturn rules Capricorn and another planet I can't think at the moment, but definitely Capricorn. How they are hard on themselves in the way of setting certain goals. I want to accomplish this by this time. And if they don't accomplish it, they look at it as a failure. That type of rigid, type of hardcore, it's not wanting you to go into that space, go into that energy of, well, I should have had, because then you start to feel a lack, and that just leads to a whole bunch of other negative type of energy. That's actually more negative thinking when you start to, well, I should have by this time. That's not quite the path that may be laid out for you to have this at this time. It's just about learning the lessons and becoming better as a person, spiritually and energetically. So worrying about stuff that doesn't even matter, feeling your age, worrying about little stuff like that, is advising against when you have this type of energy, that Saturn type of energy. But overall, the gift of Saturn is keeping you on your path, helping you face parts of your life you may dread, but you simply must fulfill. They are your contracts towards more solid achievements and a better life. We all have them. So circumstances may be harsh for a while, but believe your sacrifices to be worth it. It is a good time to be diligent, not rush anything. Whatever you are asking about is likely to take considerable time and not come about too quickly. So that's just getting into, if you're setting up a new endeavor or something with Saturn's in it, it's going to examine it inside out to make sure that it's going to keep you on that path. It's going to present complete truth to you in your life so that you see things for how they really are and not just how you have made them in your mind, as you can do as a Virgo. You can only see things sometimes as you analyzed it. So once you analyze it and you have your analysis here, That's how you see it until somebody shows you a different way of seeing it. It's going to be seen the way you saw it. But in reality, that might not be the truth. It just may be your perception of the truth, So getting into that type of energy. But yeah, restrictions, being put on hold, feeling denied. That type of energy is also involved in the Saturn card, and it is attached to the Three of Swords tarot card, which is sometimes third-party situations or holding on to something too long or doing things the same way, repeated routines that are not in our own best interest. So it's getting you to dig into all those types of things. But overall, with your reading that we had, as I saw the positiveness of it going forward, I just feel like after the release, the release was your Saturn moment. It was your truth that you needed to go back and deal with some emotions, some things from the past emotionally that you had not released. And once you had that released, the negative thinking and the pessimistic outlook, I feel like once you release those things, all the other things that you were worried about coming towards you are going to start to come towards you because you've had that release. Then that release was actually what was delaying those things and blocking those things. And you now know that your thinking and your mentality directly impacts those things. I think that's something that you learned through this process, that negative thinking actually manifests results. And we look at it as sometimes being critical. But when you're being critical, sometimes it's actually leading you away from being positive. So you want to maintain a positive attitude towards the things you want to accomplish, because if there's doubts and there's fears, then you are actually delaying those things from coming about. The positive energy is not flowing because we're putting those negative doubts, delaying them. So truth helps those things. Truth. Put it out there and see what happens. If it's true, see won't it come to pass, because it's the truth. It's a positive energy as soon as it starts. When it's truth, when it's a lie, it's negative as soon as it starts, and it can only bring about negativity. So truth brings about positiveness. Your thought pattern brings about positiveness. So you're learning to, after releasing the negative emotions and the negative thinking, how to bring about positive results by being positive. That was your lesson, I think, Virgo. And I think you're getting that. You're getting that. The release of negative emotions and negative thinking is bringing you about this new wealth. It's bringing you about this new happiness in your life that I'm seeing. These aces over here, in whichever way you want to go, work, home, love, you've got just all positive on this side now. And now it's just time to put your wishes out there. It's time to put your wishes out there. Put these wishes out here on the new moon. Put them out there on this new moon in Virgo, because I guarantee you got what it takes right now energetically to make whatever you want in your life happen. Make it happen. That was your reading for the week. If you do need to book a personal reading, my website will have all that good stuff on it. It's below in the description box. But till next time, thank you for listening. Happy Virgo new moon.